Hey, how you doing today? I am Taquila Coleman. In today's video, I'm going to answer this question. It was a question posted up under one of my video, and I want to talk about this question because many God-ordained spouses find themselves in this situation, okay? So let me go ahead and pull up this question. Here it is right here. Is it normal to be consistently abused by the prodigal? I was just blocked again tonight for at least a dozen time. I'm not sure if someone God ordained to be my husband could treat me so cruelly and say he doesn't care about or love me and will probably block me forever. I know I need to stay out of the kitchen, but if I don't answer when he wants me to, I'm blocked again, and I miss him so much. He switches from professing love to hating me for having slept with one of his friends in the past. It makes me feel so ashamed and beaten down each time. I wonder if I'm I wonder if I'm even standing for the right person. Now, before I get into this question, number one, if you choose to comment to give your feedback, make sure you are commenting in a respectful manner. Okay. Make sure, if you're going to provide feedback to the person who, asked this question, keep it respectful. Okay. We're not here to beat people down. We're not here, to tear people apart. Okay. So make sure you respond in love, and it could be truthful, but in love. Okay, so let's talk about this. Is it normal to be consistently abused by the prodigal? Yes, if you keep on choosing to stay there. If you keep choosing to stay where the abuse is present, yes, you will continue to be abused, right? What do I always say on this channel? I say once God give you the revelation that you are dealing with a prodigal, right? That means hands off. That means come out from among them. Scriptures say, do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers, right? So why would you continue to be around this person? But you already kind of said it right here in your question. Now, I want to read this and we're going to talk about this. You said, I was just blocked again tonight for at least a dozen times. So, how many more times does this prodigal need to keep on blocking you before you get the hint that this is just toxic, it's unhealthy? I'm tired of this demonic cycle of being blocked and then unblocked, then blocked again and unblocked. How many more times does he got to keep on blocking you and treating you this way before you wake up? You go on to say, I'm not sure if someone God ordained to be my husband could treat me so cruelly and say he doesn't care about or love me and would probably block me forever. So let's stop right here. So you think just from your response, it sounds like you believe that God is going to give you a spouse, specifically a husband, who's going to abuse you, who's going to be double-minded with you. One minute he love you, the next minute he don't, right? That's the God you serve. See, the problem here that you're dealing with, number one, you don't know God. You don't understand God because you believe that God is giving you this particular person. You believe God want you to continue to stay and tolerate this abuse from this person. And that is a lie. Jeremiah 29:11 say, for I, talking about God, know the plans he has for you. God has plans to prosper you and not to harm you. You see that? I want you to open up to Jeremiah 29, verse 11. And I want you to read that for yourself because God said he got plans not to harm you, meaning in God's plan, the spouse who God has chosen for you, in God's plan, this spouse will come and love you. This spouse will come and protect you. This spouse will come and care for you. This spouse will come and build you up, not abuse you, not keep on blocking you, not telling you things such as I don't care about you and just treating you any type of way. No, that's not God. Okay, so we got to get an understanding of who God is and who He is not, because this is one of the problems you're having here. Then you have been conditioned to think abuse is love. This is why you in this cycle. This is why it's hard for you to let go of this prodigal because you think this prodigal love you. You think you think, one minute when the prodigal say out their mouth, he love you, and then the next he's abusing you. See, the enemy has conditioned your mind to think abuse is love. Abuse is abuse. Period. Abuse is abuse. We need to know. This is your homework assignment. We need a understanding of who God is. Then we need to learn what is true love. What is love according to God's standard, according to the Bible? We need to go on a journey. See, when God tells you to let go of that prodigal, and when you let him go, God is like, okay, now I need you to learn me. I need you to know that I don't want my daughter or my son to be abused by anyone. God is saying, while you are in this divine separation, I need you to learn what true love is. Where does love come from? So that you can stop assuming or thinking abuse is love. And you can begin to recognize true love when it shows up. You go on to say in your comment, I know I need to stay out of the kitchen, but if I don't answer when he wants me to, I'm blocked again and I miss him so much. So you love him more than you love yourself, is what I hear. You love him more than you love yourself. You are also in idolatry. You know you need to stay out of the kitchen. But if you don't answer this man, you know he gonna block you. So you give in because you miss him so much. I don't want him to block me. I don't want him to get mad with me. So I'm gonna forget what God said and I'm gonna go ahead and stay in this kitchen. I'm gonna keep on dealing with this prodigal. Now, if this is you that I'm speaking to, okay, if you are the one who keep choosing to deal with this prodigal because you love them so much, you just have a hard time letting this person go, you now cannot say, God, you can't blame this on God. You can't now begin to question God, why are you giving me someone who is abusing me? No, ma'am. No, sir. Why you keep choosing it? Why you keep opening the door to it? Why you keep bowing down to this spirit? Why do you love this person more than you love yourself? Anything, anyone that is abusing you, you don't stay right there in their presence so that they can continue to abuse you. I don't care how much you love this person. I don't care how much you miss this person. I don't care if it's gonna if your action is gonna make this person feel some type of way. You don't stay where you're no longer being treated well. Okay? You said he switches from professing love to hating me for having slept with one of his friends in the past. This is why the two of you need to go in divine separation, so that God can begin to bring healing to your heart and his heart, so that God can begin to correct this situation, so that God can begin to deliver this spirit of hate out of this person and help you grow in self-love. This is why God will tell us, let go of the prodigal. He's telling you to let go of this person, stay out of the kitchen so that you can now prepare. You're not ready for marriage. A God ordained marriage, in a God ordained marriage, there is no abuse. In a God ordained marriage, there is no spirit of hate. In a God ordained marriage, you're going to find true love present, not double minded. I love you today, then I hate you tomorrow. No, ma'am. No, sir. It makes me feel so ashamed and beaten down each time. I wonder if I even standing for the right person. Let them go. When you let the person go, then you will start to get the clarity from the Lord on whether or not you're standing for the right person. Why even go through all of this abuse and you still don't even know for a fact that this is the right person who God has chosen for you? This is a waste of time. This is a waste of time. This is unnecessary trauma that you are putting yourself through if you don't even know that this is the right person I'm standing for. So here's my recommendation. Number one, I'm recommending for you to let go of this person. God is not sending you a spouse to abuse you. That is not the God we serve. Okay. God has plans to prosper you. He has plans to give you a hope and a future. He has plans to give you a faithful husband. Okay? A husband who's going to love, protect, honor, and cherish you, not the opposite. So I recommend, whenever you choose to let go of this person, I recommend you begin to grow in your relationship with the Lord. You have to learn God's nature, his characteristic. You got to begin to learn that God is a good father. He is a good, a good father. He has your best interest at heart, and he want to give you what is good for you, not the very opposite that, what's going to harm you. Okay. But not only that, we got to grow in self love here. You can't love a person more than you love yourself. You're not ready for marriage. You're not ready. If you can't let this person go while you're single, come on now, you're not ready for marriage. Okay. If you can't put a stop to the abuse now, you're not ready for marriage. Because let me tell you something. There's a saying that say how you do one thing is how you do everything. The way how things are going right now in your single season is, if you don't correct it, if you don't learn these lessons and bring some order to it, some boundaries and standards, what you are dealing with right now, all of this abuse, this mistreatment, this hate, it's just gonna roll over into marriage whenever you decide to get married. How long do you want to continue to live like this? How long? How long you want to continue to deal with a man who treats you like this? He taking out his own self-hate on you. He's projected this off onto you. Why is it okay for this man to treat you like this? I want you to ask yourself this. Why? Why is it okay for you to be abused by this person? Were you abused by your father? Was your father in the home? Was your father in your life? Come on now. You need to get down to the bottom of, why am I tolerating this? Why do I keep on, going back to this person only for this person to just beat me down when I deserve more than that? Do you even know what you deserve? Come on now. So we got work to do. You're not ready for marriage. And God's not sending this person to you so that you can get married to someone who's cruel, who's hateful, who love you today and hate you tomorrow. That's not God. No. Okay. So we got some work to do here. And we got to grow in self-love. We have to grow in self-love. We got to grow in our relationship with the Lord. Many God-ordained spouses find themselves being abused by the prodigal, and God is He's sitting up there in heaven, shaking his head like, I don't understand why my children keep tolerating this. I don't understand why, they just won't let the prodigal go. Because that's not God sending a prodigal to abuse you. No. When the spouse that God has for you, because that prodigal is the counterfeit version of the real thing. The spouse that God want you to get married to, this spouse will be all loving. This spouse will be faithful, consistent. This spouse will be a protector, a provider. They will respect you, submissive. They will honor you. They're going to communicate with you instead of blocking you. They're going to be vulnerable with you. Okay. You're going to feel like their number one priority. You're going to feel it. Okay. So we got to begin to understand that whenever you encounter a person that is mistreating you, treating you with disrespect, abusing you, blocking you, 1 minute I like you, next minute I don't. 1 minute I want to talk to you, next minute I don't. You got to understand that's not God. That's sent from the devil. And you got to send it back. You got to close the door on that and say, not today, Satan. Mm-mm. I deserve better than this. I'm not sitting up here, you know, tolerating this. No. Okay. So that is it. I am Taquila Coleman. Let's grow in our relationship with the Lord, and let's also grow in self love. Okay. So with that, I am Taquila Coleman. I'll talk to you real soon. Take care.